Hello and welcome back to Ys 5. Sorry about the delay between episodes. My schedule got kinda warped by the existence of Awesome Games Done Quick. But this time we are back and we are heading over to the Zabe Ruins. One of the many ruins Adol will encounter throughout his journey because people just don't know how to civilization around here. This is all journey you've seen before, nothing too new. But I swear something will get accomplished. One of the rules I set to myself for these videos is basically, do not put up a video where nothing is accomplished. So far, I think it's worked out alright, even though people tend not to comment on stuff. Ideally, I'd like there to be a comment to go with every like, but I know that's not feasible. So, now that we've unlocked the floodgates, what we need to do is hit every switch out here before we can proceed deeper into the ruins. Because once all the switches are hit, we get a raft. These ruins are actually a bit insidious because the path to one of the switches is a bit hidden and there aren't really any clues about it. You see, one of the paths is actually underneath this bridge. You need to stand in the middle of the underpass and then head down. Next time we'll be fumbling about because I forgot that there was actually one more switch that needed to be hit. Sorry about that, but I should stop recording this early in the morning. By the way, I did sit back and grind for all of the extra equipment junk that I could buy in town, because I wasn't heading into this place without a full set. I'm not sure what relation in this game anyway that armor has to magic defense. If any at all. And do I remember now? Yes, I do! Okay, this should trigger the raft. Yeah, there it goes. Rafts are a bit tricky in this game in that they don't really stop at raft stations. You really just have to hold on left and hope that you get on. And apparently I can't tell left from right either. This is going so well. Now opening those floodgates opened, well, this door for some reason. I'm not going to question the logic of ancient ruins, as that'll just lead to mindless raving about how mankind's greatest gift is the inability of its mind to correlate its contents or something. There are a bunch of chests here, but I can't get at them quite yet. That'll require an actual bit of work. Yeah, see how that monster took more hits after I healed it with the fire spell? That's what I was talking about earlier. I actually wish there were more games that used element absorptions that allowed you to overheal monsters, even though it'd be always to my detriment. Okay, these guys basically work like Dark Nuts. You can't hit them from the front, you have to stab them from the side or the back. Suits me just fine. I try for that sort of thing anyway. Sometimes. When I get the chance. Okay, that switch lowered pillars elsewhere. But now for a little bit of treasure collection. What's in here is mainly elements, but there is something I really, really want. Oh yeah, I kind of forgot to show something else off earlier. First off, that treasure chest I missed. Well, actually second. This closet is actually a healing closet. It actually counts as a town map, so you regenerate hit points there really fast. In fact, if you'll note the locational subtitle, the closet counts as a separate location altogether from the Zeb ruins. Wait, did I forget to get that treasure chest? Things are not looking good. I knew this room was actually a trap, but I wanted the experience and gems anyway. Dark Pearls bring in pretty good cash for pretty much the whole game. A lot of the endgame monsters even drop them. Okay, mandatory jumping section, or why I could never be a speedrunner. This will be further driven home in another jumping section later on. But we'll get to that little problem when we come to it. Wow, that was terrible. There we go. Now what did this circling around actually get us? Okay, it opened up that bridge there, and... Hey! What are you doing here without weapons or armor? Well, if you say so. Wait a minute, how do you know what it looks like if no one has faced it and lived? Aha, now I remember. So that's 4 elements in this area alone. We won't be using them for a while yet. There's only one more kind of magic I want to make and use in this playthrough. And we're going to have to wait until I can start acquiring light elements for that one. Aha! Okay, in this game, Adol has a ring slot, and rings do not drain MP, though they're not as powerful as they were in Ys 1. However, rings actually do still help you in boss fights. So they're a bit more like the Wanderer's rings. And speaking of Wanderers, didn't we already beat you there? Okay, this boss is a pretty nasty one. Not because its attacks are all powerful, but it's pretty difficult to actually hit him without getting hit yourself. The safest time to hit him is when he's going into or coming out of one of these holes. But that may make the fight drag on longer than you'd like. Oh yeah, those big fireballs cannot be blocked by your shield. In fact, I'm not all that sure that any except his small fireballs can. And I'm not talking about those. I'm talking about something he uses later. So he has 3 attacks, and you've already seen 2 of them. The exploding fireball, the curveball fireballs he launches when he goes to the northern altar. And a rapid-fire stream of fireballs that he uses when his health gets below a certain level. I wouldn't say he's one of the particularly harder bosses in the game, though. That honor is reserved for others. Thankfully, I've been playing Torchlight, so I know when to chug my pots. From here on out, the fight is pretty smooth in that, I actually learn how to deal with them. I guess that's the problem of playing this game versus playing Ys 1 and 2 or Mask of the Sun. I actually don't know Ys 5 nearly as well as I do those other 2 games. Especially Ys 1 and 2. God, I play that a whole lot. In case that takes out the Wanderers from Ys Fire Dragon. No level? Oh well. That'll fix itself eventually. Ys 5 does not require that much grinding. Just for gold for equipment, and that's about it. And the rest takes care of itself. Oh. You know, if the red-haired traveler is well known as a harbinger of chaos, why are these people helping us? Anyway, conspiracy? In my e-scheme? Well, I never. If I know anything about crystals, is that they never portend anything good. I've played way too much Final Fantasy to fall for that. Yeah, we've been hearing that a lot. That's a fairly good guess there. Looks like we're catching up on Stein's trail, though. Okay, the usual dire warnings and portents and all that sort of thing. Not gonna stop us from collecting the crystals, though. Don't remind me. Well, we're heading north anyway. Full of jungle and poison and jungle and all that. We'll see what we can find up there. Yeah, whose end is it gonna be, Dorman? Whose end is it gonna be? Anyway, see you next time. Bye.